Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. This is Javier Orozco broadcasting live from South America, Colombia. And basically, it's time for a live broadcast once again about cryptos. So just sit back and relax. I'm going to talk about these top 10 crypto events uh, during this 2021. In 2021, there were 10 events that were quite relevant for all the crypto universe. And so just sit back and relax and enjoy this ride, okay? I'm going to give you this intro so that you can see. Just give me a few moments here. And this is a live broadcast, so as you can see, everything is done at this time, so I need to make sure that everything it's okay during this broadcast. So we are making sure that everything is going well. Let me see, let me see. Okay, I'm just checking everything. Everything must be going well. Okay, if you are watching this in our live broadcast, please just type in the comment section live, in the comment section, just type hashtag live. If you're watching this on the replay, just type hashtag replay. I hope that you're having a wonderful time during this New Year's Eve, because everyone is just celebrating during this time. I hope that you are also celebrating and that you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. This is my last video of the year, so I want to share some info with you so that you can see what this is all about. These are 10 points that I'm going to give you about the cryptocurrencies and the importance of those for this 2020, 2021. Let me see. Okay. Oh, wait a second here. Yes. Two more things to do because this must stay perfectly. And it is about time to start. Okay, I think we are already done with everything that we need to take into account here. So I'm going to send you a short video, which is the intro of these 10 events that were quite relevant for the crypto universe in 2021. So yes, let me share my screen. You are going to see these events. This is the intro. In 1, 2, 3, 4, and all right, and that was it. And that was it. We are live right now at this time. I'm going to share with you these 10 basic events, very important events, so that you can have a look at what I'm talking about here, these top 10 crypto events in 2021. As you know, this 2021 has undoubtedly been an exciting year for the digital currency space. So we have 10 events that mark the crypto space. Well, for example, number 1, it says that America saw its first Bitcoin ETF. Canadian regulators approved the first exchange-traded fund ETF backed by Bitcoin. This investment product called Purpose Bitcoin ETF and based on the largest cryptocurrency. This was the first of its kind in all of America throughout 2021. The North American countries saw other Bitcoin ETF debut, as well as the first Ethereum ETF in history. The attitude of Canadian regulators was decisive and cleared the way for other cryptocurrency ETFs on the continent. In South America, the exchanges of countries such as Chile and Brazil listed the product, and soon Brazil debuted its own cryptocurrency ETF. Then towards the end of the year, the United States also saw such an investment vehicle for the first time after years of waiting. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, in the USA in October approved a first ETF feature of Bitcoin. The ProShares product debuted on the New York Stock Exchange. And other Bitcoin ETF backed by the futures market have since launched, although many are still waiting for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Number 2, Beeple sold the most expensive NFT ever. As you know, this event had a great impact on the space when there was a millionaire auction of a piece of art in the format of token of a non-fungible token, which is an NFT. It was about the work every day, the first 5,000 days. It's a collage JPG image made by digital artist Mike Wickelman, better known as Beeple, which sold for staggering sum of 69 million at the beginning of March. Not only did the sale draw the attention of all news outlets to digital collectibles, it also broke several records and ushered in a much larger trend within the space. The work was the first 100% digital piece of art in NFT, and with a crypto payment auction to be included in a Christmas auction. Also, it is one of the most expensive pieces of art by a living artist. And well, if you know, after this event, the NFT market exploded to become highly lucrative fad big name brands So athletes, celebrities, social media, platforms, also musicians, filmmakers, billionaires, and basically everyone has started to embrace digital collectibles this 2021, a growing trend that for now seems to be unstoppable. Number three, Wall Street banks embrace Bitcoin. In March 2021, the giant investment bank Morgan Stanley made history after becoming the first major bank in the United States to offer its clients exposure to Bitcoin. At the time, the 90-year-old bank announced that its high net worth clients would be able to access funds from the leading digital asset for the first time. The move represented a complete game changer for the Wall Street titans as well as banks around the world, who rushed to follow in Morgan Stanley's footsteps. Over the past few months, household names like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo have also opened up to digital currencies. Some are even actively investing in the market. Number four, Coinbase went public. This year also saw one of the major cryptocurrency exchanges hit the American stock market. Coinbase started trading in NASDAQ, the second largest stock exchange in the United States, in April, which marked a historic moment for the industry. The company had a dream debut on the stock market after recording a 70% increase in its share price on launch day. The arrival of Coinbase going public was a game changer for some traditional investors who sought out the firm's shares as a more traditional way to expose themselves to the vibrant crypto market. On the other hand, the move also motivated other companies in the industry to go public. Exchanges such as Kraken and Blockchain.com have already announced plans to go public. Meanwhile, the exchange has continued to grow to position itself as the largest digital currency trading platform in the country. Although its actions have not been as successful since their price has fallen steadily since the launch. Number five, China banned cryptocurrencies. As you know, the digital asset industry faced one of the biggest bans in history, and in 2021. In the mid-year, Chinese authorities began cracking down on crypto mining operations, halting digital asset trading, and ultimately, for instance, put a brake on the growing cryptocurrency growing locally. So this caused a major impact in the crypto space. These restrictive mining policies soon turned into a hunt that forced Bitcoin miners to relocate to other countries. Meanwhile, the Chinese government continued to toughen up its action and redouble its offenses against crypto. The crackdown reached a turning point in September when the People's Bank of China declared all transactions illegal with digital currencies. The ban had a profound impact on the digital currency space at the time, including a sharp price decline for Bitcoin. The hash rate of the largest cryptocurrency also fell, and China lost its dominant place in the mining industry. Nonetheless, the event was also a valuable lesson. Bitcoin rallied and ran its course despite the massive restriction. Number six, Bitcoin became legal currency. This 2021, Bitcoin celebrated one of the greatest achievements in its history when a first country in the world adopted it as an official currency, something that perhaps not even its own creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, could have anticipated when he invented cryptocurrency more than 10 years ago. In June, the Savior promulgated a law that declared Bitcoin as legal tender in that nation. The regulation, which came into effect in September quickly captured the attention of all news media, both national and international, although widely criticized by some governments, banks, and a large percentage of the population. Cryptocurrency enthusiasts from all latitudes have applauded the legislation. Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele, who proposed the adoption, has since become a predominant figure within the crypto community, while promoting various strategies to take advantage of cryptocurrency. The Central American nation not only admits Bitcoin as an official currency, but also mines, invests, and has a fund to finance infrastructure projects, all with crypto. Number 7, DeFi became a multi-billion-dollar industry. During 2021, the decentralized finance DeFi space also experienced accelerated growth, a phenomenon that had already been observed during the previous year and that this year seemed to take even more force. DeFi became an industry of more than 200 billion in October, when the space exceeded the record figure in terms of total block value, TVL, or funds arranged as collateral in the various DeFi protocols. Then, at the beginning of December, it broke the record again with a sum of more than 260 billion in TVL. DeFi growth was accompanied by the positioning of new platform blockchain that began to gain ground in the space, such as Solana, Avalanche, Terra, and BSC, were some of the smart contract blockchains that saw their DeFi ecosystem grow, a trend that shows that competition between Ethereum and other platforms is heating up. Number 8, Facebook dove into the metaverse. The social media giant Facebook changed its name in November to become Meta and focus on the metaverse, a movement that sparked widespread interest in virtual worlds. The concept of science fiction, which refers to the meeting between the physical and virtual world through technologies such as augmented reality, NFT, and others, quickly became a global trend that now includes brands such as Adidas, Time, Nike, and Pepsi. Even Wall Street banks has been interested and anticipate that the metaverse could turn into a multi-billion-dollar business. In addition to changing its business model to focus on building its own virtual world, Meta also made other notable advances this 2021, including the launch of its Novi digital wallet and its integration with the WhatsApp messaging platform, an initiative that could potentially drive the adoption of digital currencies around the world. It should be noted that Meta was not the only social network that enjoyed notable advances in crypto. Twitter also revolutionized the space this year when it launched a feature that allows its users to send Bitcoin tips through the Lightning Network. Number 9, China launched its CBDC and other countries follow. This year, China continued to advance testing of its central bank digital currency, CBDC, that it had started in 2020. Several local banks, retail stores, the Beijing subway, and some ATMs in that city tested the digital yuan. The Chinese digital payment system too, dubbed ECNY, was further tested in lotteries and payroll payments for civil servants. By November, 100 million Chinese, the equivalent of 10% of the country's population, have already activated their digital yuan wallet and hopes to continue expanding it. By 2022, the Asian powerhouse hopes to be able to test its CBDC on a large scale during the Winter Olympics to be held in Beijing. Meanwhile, other nations of the world also advanced their CBDC developments. Central banks in more than 80 countries are exploring issuing digital currencies, including Sweden and South Korea, which are currently running pilot programs. Nations like the Bahamas and Nigeria have already launched their CBDCs. More than a specific event, the developments of the various CBDC were a series of events that model a trend that was seen throughout all 2021 and that will very possibly continue to evolve next year. And number 10, Bitcoin conquered new price highs. The widespread adoption was in various historical events that marked the digital currency industry had a great effect on the Bitcoin market, which had several new price records throughout the year. In early 2021, the flagship cryptocurrency far surpassed its 2017 high of $20,000. Then it continued to break records to reach a price peak very close to $70,000. In November, its market capitalization surpassed $1.2 trillion for the first time, its highest value to date. Amid the price increases of the flagship cryptocurrency, the digital currency market also experienced records, seeing for the first time in history a global total capitalization of almost $3 trillion. It should be noted that in addition to breaking price record, Bitcoin also experienced its highest hash rate, a milestone for mining that cryptocurrency. At the same time, Bitcoin became more scarce this year. 90% of the cryptocurrency's total supply has already been mined. So this was like the 10 most important events in 2021. I'm going to tell them once again. Number 2, America saw its first Bitcoin ETF. Number 2, Beeple sold the most expensive NFT ever. Number 3, Wall Street banks embrace Bitcoin. Number 4, Coinbase went public. Number 5, China banned cryptocurrencies. Number 6, Bitcoin became legal currency. Number 7, DeFi became a multi-billion-dollar industry. Number 8, Facebook dove into the metaverse. Number 9, China launched its CBDC and other cryptocurrencies, and other countries follow. And number 10, Bitcoin conquered new price highs. So these were like the 10 most important events for this 2021. I hope that you like the video. If that is so, please just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button here, down here on YouTube, and please leave a comment if you have any question about the video, and please just share with other people who may like.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.